I've made over $1.4 million from LinkedIn in the last 3.5 years. From being unemployed at 26, 7 jobs in 5 years, no marketing degree, no trust fund, and no rich parents bankrolling all of it. If I had to start the whole thing again today, I reckon I could actually do it in half the time. Because on the way up, I made every mistake imaginable. I lost thousands. I lost clients. I couldn't get any leads, or love, nor money. Now this video is every go-to-market lesson I'd carry back with me to reward it twice as fast. Now quick thing before we get into it. If you want this kind of breakdown every week, make sure to follow me and subscribe to get my weekly videos on scaling and getting clients on LinkedIn on YouTube. So here's the 5 lessons. Fundamentals before tools. When I started, I thought it was all about having the latest outbound tool, the latest content widget. None of that shit matters. Start with one thing. Who are you actually targeting? Can you understand the buyer better than you know yourself? Their frustrations, their fears, what they actually want in their own words. And then you talk to that one person from where they are to where they want to be. That's it. Now the fundamentals of marketing never change. Not in 26 and not ever. Now if I started again, I'd spend my first month on this alone before I posted or sent a single DM. Lesson 2, don't build on one channel. This is the one that nearly cost me everything, guys. I built my entire business on LinkedIn, and then when the algorithm took a dive at the end of last year, my inbound got hit. The only reason we kept growing is because I've been aggressively investing in my own sales skills and in outbound. Now we closed 50% over the last 2 months on 12K deals. That skill carried us when that inbound channel got quiet. Now, if I started again, I'd build supplementary channels much sooner. You never want your whole business held hostage by one social media platform. Lesson number 3, don't pour demand into a leaky funnel. And this is the most money that I've ever left on the table out of the $1.4 million I've done from LinkedIn. Now for ages, my answer to everything was just, we need more leads. And then I looked at my CRM and our show rate for people turning up to calls was about 50%. We were losing half of every prospect, half of prospects before they ever showed up. More leads was never going to fix that. Now plugging that leak would have added hundreds of thousands without us getting any better at sales. So here's exactly what we did. That took our show rate from 50% to 70%. Now first, we built out a proper email nurture between the booking and on the call, confirming the value, naming the objections they had, looking at client results, how they were already feeling, and then answering that before they've even got to the call. Next, when they actually fill in the form, we confirm and get them to put the call into their calendar. And when they actively confirm, they're turning up. And then we make sure that they watched a high value VSL before the call. Not a pitch, it's walking them through the philosophy of what a buyer actually has to believe before they'll buy, our results, and also real social proof. Now by the time they're on the call, the half sold already. And the one that moved the needle most was actually a personal touch. Now the day before we have a call, I'm going to send them a quick, selfie video on LinkedIn. Hey, we've got our call tomorrow. I've got a couple of ideas based on X problem you told me. Give me a thumbs up so I know that you're coming. Now that one message shifted show rate again on its own. Now you need to fix the funnel before you spend any dollars on actually driving demand from it. Now, 4th lesson here was know your numbers from day one. Now for my first year, I couldn't have told you, what my close rate was, what my show rate was, what was the pipeline I had, or how many meetings I had in a single month. And that is why I plateaued. I had no idea what I actually needed to fix. Growth should be simple maths. You know how many calls you need, how many turn into real conversations, how much cash that puts in the bank. The moment I knew my numbers, growth stopped feeling like a gamble and started to feel kind of predictable. And if I started again, I tracked them from day one before I had anything worth tracking. Now, lesson number 5 is simple. It's a grind, and that's kind of the point. And here's the one thing that nobody really wants to hear. It's hard to generate demand. It is hard to book meetings. It's hard to close. I've got to have one of the biggest brands on B2B on LinkedIn, and I still find it hard. My compounding didn't even start until 3 years in, when we began breaking 100K months in our business. And I've been posting for 4 years, and I've created 900 pieces of content. Most people are going to quit right before it pays off. And the only real edge is staying in the game long enough for that compounding to kick in. So that's really the lot, guys. Those are the 5 lessons that let me rebuild a $1.4 million business in half the time. My content this year is for operators, the people who are sick of the bullshit on LinkedIn, the Clawbot lead generator 5000, who actually want to build something real. So if that's you right now, listen to this, make sure you hit subscribe and grab my 90-day LinkedIn pipeline plan in the description. It's the exact plan I'd use to take you from 500 to even $1 million a month in pipeline. I'll see you on the next video.